Resident Evil Damnation. Did it do a better job than Degeneration? Yup. Did it do a better job than Retribution? Did you really just ask me that? No, it was just a question in the script. Shut up. Quite amazingly, the CGI Resident Evil movies seem to be doing that opposite thing of the live-action ones. Getting better.
I got a shot.
Leon Kennedy! Again! Cool. Ada Wong! Ooh, Ada's in this one! Buddy! You know, that guy who's actually called Buddy. I don't know. Ingrid Hunnigan! Sorry, she cameoed again. And the new version of him showed up at the very end, but we can't show his face yet because it's super secret, guys! Phelous! One of the nice things about Damnation compared to Degeneration is Leon is in this one. Yeah, I know what I just said. The emotionless drone from Degeneration is gone, and we actually have a Leon that feels like the continuation of the character from Resident Evil 4. And yes, he even looks like Leon this time as well. I still don't know what the hell is going on with his character model in Degeneration. There is a voice actor switch this time for Leon though, which is something I actually missed the first time watching, even when the credits came up because of the last name similarity. Paul Mercier is gone, and we now have Matthew Mercer as Leon, who is also playing him in Resident Evil 6. Mercer's Leon sounds very similar to Mercier's Leon, and like I said, Leon came off very well in this film.
Leon!
She can tell him I got lost and missed my flight.
You got the feel he is a very good special agent, but at the same time, you could also see he cared about people and had some humor to him.
Why don't you go without me? I like the company.
Though there are a few times he makes a one-liner and the situation really doesn't call for it.
Scarecrow, I'm the Tin Man. Can you talk? I need to know the connection between the anti-government forces and the BOWs. I guess scarecrows aren't exactly known for their rousing conversation.
This guy is your contact, Leon, and he's either infected or just about to die. You could give a little bit of a shit. Also, he has kind of a dumbass attack at one point where instead of helping a soldier from being turned, he acts like it's too late.
What's happening?
Yeah, truly there is no time to save him. Nope, we couldn't have done a damn thing here to stop this, could we? There was no time to save him because I needed to say this. He's a random soldier Plaga Sandwich. And now I'm the asshole. Now, it makes sense in the scene if they had been completely overwhelmed if they'd tried to help him, but from the amount shown, it just seems like Leon's being an ass. I guess to make it up to Leon, near the start at one point, the rebels, right after abducting Leon, forget to gag him when he could easily call up to the soldiers.
It's the army! Is anyone here? Check the room down there!
Oh yeah, please don't talk. Now, as for Claire, there is no Claire this time. Sad.
Bastard!
There's Ada Wong, though, and I'm sure that makes a lot of you happy.
My name is Ada Wong.
Her voice actor has changed from Resident Evil 4 as well, but the voice doesn't seem drastically different for her either. Her subplot isn't really necessary, but at the same time it doesn't feel tacked on, as she does interact with most of the main characters, and what she's there to do relates directly to the main story. She's got some great interactions with Leon and is constantly playing her own game, even when it looks like she's lost.
I didn't expect to get into this place so easily.
So, yeah, it's Ada being Ada, and she also saves Leon's ass again near the end.
You owe me one.
And as you can see, it's not just Leon's, but all character models in this look much better, and it seems like lip movement for lines is much better as well, as it got a little wonky at times in Degeneration. Yep, so everyone is looking pretty good. Except that guy.
Well,
What is it? Seriously, what the hell? Have they just not got their old man character modeling down yet? He's an off-model old man sandwich. That can't get old 'cause I'm Barry, shut up. First time I seen him, it actually gave me pause, and it took me until another character popped on the screen to remember that, yeah, everyone else's character modeling looks much better. Damnation takes place in the fictional country, the Eastern Slav Republic, and even though they had a name for it, it seemed like they went to great lengths not to mention it. The amount of times they just refer to it as the country gets kinda humorous.
The U.S. is going to pull out of the country. All American citizens have been ordered to evacuate the country.
What are you really doing in this country?
we do today will carry the country into tomorrow.
Considering that you will never be leaving this country, I am the president of this country. Who will lead the country in this tiny little country? We, as a country. This is undeniable proof that as a country,
Will be thrown out of the country.
Country, trade roll. I'm really sad. Leon gets sent into this country due to the use of BOWs, bioorganic weapons, which is the term used in Resident Evil to refer to an umbrella virus infectee or a plaga-controlled being. And this movie's got both. But while we see many plaga-controlled beings in this film, a lot of them act like zombies for no discernible reason. It could be that they're infested with a plaga parasite and...
Infected with the T-virus!
But when we see a plaga placed into somebody and they act like a zombie, it kind of throws that theory out the window. It's also weird that the film never seems to act like there are both zombies and plaga infested around when the T-virus created creature the Licker is being used in this war, which should be turning those not immediately killed by it into zombies. However, the Lickers in this film are also infested by the plagas, which is the means used to control them. Which is what the rebels in the country are using as their special weapon to fight against the government, which is why Leon is being brought in, and then told immediately he should just go home.
All American citizens have been ordered to evacuate the country.
What does this mean to the film? No Hunnigan interruptions. That is all. 'Cause yeah, Leon's still gonna go save the day as he's not gonna leave BOWs running around.
If we don't stop them now, the same shit'll happen everywhere else.
No one can do anything without the backup of the American government, not even you.
Yeah, remember how the US government helped you in escaping Raccoon City? Oh, wait. So to control the Lickers, the rebellion member needs to have a dominant strain plaga inserted into them. This is a special plaga that's supposed to allow you to retain most of yourself. It's the ones people like Salazar and Sadler had inside them in Resident Evil 4. And of course the Lickers have regular ones inserted into them, making them open to mental commands. Having command of the Lickers, while being a cool plot point, it also kinda takes away from the fear factor of the creature knowing someone has direct control over it. But of course, this is only gonna last for a while, as the plaga's gotta start shit at some point, as it'll eventually overwhelm its host, meaning that the rebels using these to control the Lickers are pretty much on a suicide mission. So if this movie is sounding interesting to you, I recommend you go watch it now, because this is when I'll get into the more spoiler-heavy material, so consider this a Warden Sandwich. So despite Leon originally being sent here because of the terrorists using BOWs, well, it just so happens that the president of country, Svetlana Belikova, was hiding a few in her basement.
Workers have been cultivated in the past, but this is the first time that the dominant members of the species have been cultured.
So the rebels are fighting her with these master plagas. She's got a basement full of them, and never thought once to use them? Maybe she just hadn't got the chance, but it's never explained why. Oh, and yeah, by the way, she has a few tyrants in the basement too. This is just another thing she happened to have and didn't deploy at all until Leon and friends were down there. Not that I'm actually complaining, because the tyrant fight in this is pretty awesome. I mean, one even managed not to get blown up by a rocket launcher. That's kinda different. But there's just a lot unexplained with Svetlana Belikova, like the fact she's an expert fighter. Now they say she's a fight instructor, but it really seemed kinda odd she could be in politics enough to go to running the country and still have kept up enough to be on par with both Ada and Leon. Could be there's something more going on with her, as we see a giant scar on her back, and again, not explained. So it's safe to say they're saving the rest of her story, but seeing as she's lost the country by the end of this film, it's hard to say where she'd go from here. I mean, was she gonna want revenge or something? My main point being, it felt like her story could have been completed within this film rather than drug out into something else. However, the overall pacing of this film fares much better than Degeneration. There are no sudden stop points to the flow like in that one. My only wish is it had a bit more of a horror feel to it. Like the games now! And yes, this film feels much more on the action-y side for the most part, but hey, at least it's not completely mindless like the live-action crap. There are some actual characters fueling this, and we take the trip with a fun character in Leon rather than an annoying Mary Sue. I love Alice so much. And in the final battle, we get to see some lickers taking on a tyrant, which is pretty cool. Though the rebel buddy Leon was sort of working with, Buddy, was of course using a plaga to control them, so... he's not gonna make it. Is he? He's about to commit suicide before the plaga completely takes him over, but Leon stops him, so he can shoot him! He shoots the plaga off his spine, that is. 'Cause apparently Leon is that good a shot. He had mentioned earlier that a plaga attaches itself to your spinal cord, and the best you can hope for is paralysis if you do get it off after that, but I kind of figured it'd require surgery, not just... But overall, if you're a fan of the game continuity, yeah, check this one out. It's a lot of fun. It had a couple nice callbacks to the games as well, with the title showing up in a fiery explosion, and the scene where Leon runs into a couple lickers highly mimics the scene where you first run into the creature in Resident Evil 2. And while I do wish there had been more horror elements in this film like those early games, the story of actually turning the T-Virus and Plaga monsters into usable weapons is a very believable path humans would take things to. That also said, I really do wish everything in Resident Evil lately didn't need to get completely bogged down with political or corporate maneuvering. If you were put off by Degeneration, Damnation is a lot more solid a film in a lot of aspects, and if you didn't see Degeneration, you really don't need to. But if you're not familiar with the games or their characters at all, you'll be lost, so don't do that. Just go play all the games beforehand. What? That's totally reasonable to do just to watch this movie, whatever.
I don't like this movie, doesn't look too friendly. This monster seems so fake, my nerves are gonna break. Phelous, don't let me down, you need to be around. Grab that running one up and blast that sing a new one. This movie looks shitty. Phelous, so Phelous, bring a multi-comedy of Phelous, so Phelous, and some horror movies of Phelous, so Phelous. I don't care about you sound of Phelous, so Phelous. What's your opinion about?
You know, I keep dressing up as Barry for these Resident Evil reviews, but he's never in them. Come on, get some Barry in there.
What is it?
In the CG films, not that! I'm Barry Wesker, I guess.